You most likely didn't sleep with power last night because the national grid collapsed. And that's because the National Union of Electricity Employees went on strike. Although the strike has been suspended, the House of Representatives summons the power minister as well as his labor and employment counterpart, along with the leadership of electricity workers. TVC News' Ajaero was there.
At its plenary on Wednesday, the House of Representatives summoned the Power Minister and his labor and employment counterpart, along with the leadership of electricity workers in Nigeria. Although the industrial action leading to nationwide blackout has now been suspended, the lawmakers feel the need to intervene on behalf of the masses who suffer the brunt.
National Union of Electricity Employees.
This meeting is to seek lasting peace to industrial unrest between government and workers.
It's a peacemaking effort. A peacemaking effort for who? It's not for me. It's not for the minister. It's not even for you. It's for the people of Nigeria. I've talked about the unintended consequences. They can only best be imagined. Even the couple of hours that perhaps you went on strike, only God knows who was affected. There may even have been fatalities.
All sides are given the opportunity to make their positions known.
For 6 years, PHCN was privatized. People don't have their entitlement. And we've been writing letters. We've been going to the minister. He has given instructions, and they will not obey.
I go out of my way to poke people in the private sector who I know will say they don't owe me anything. Because like you said, there are a lot of lacunas in the laws that are made without enforcement, harm and penalty.
The meeting lasted for about 1 hour, and part of its outcome is that henceforth the House of Representatives will be represented in future meetings to ensure the implementation of agreements reached.
We oversight this agreement and make sure that everything is as stated in the agreement.
The House has also promised to effect necessary amendments to the Constitution to grant the Labour and Power Ministry the power to bite. Among issues in contention is the non-payment of the entitlement of workers of the defunct Power Holding Company of Nigeria who were laid off when the company was privatized. Others include short payment and the condition of service of electricity companies. Ajaero, TVC News, Abuja.
With the strike by electricity workers now suspended, correspondent Sharon Ijason went to the streets of Lagos to see what people have to say about the power sector. Her report.
Hours after announcement of the suspension of industrial action embarked upon by electricity workers in Nigeria, many homes are yet to recover from the resulting blackout. Electricity is yet to be restored to most homes in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital. I took the journey to visit the home of Felicia Olaleye, a resident of Lagos. She tells me she is yet to enjoy power supply for more than 72 hours. She laments that unlike other neighbors, she does not have a generator set as alternative.
There is no light. Look at my fridge also. I've emptied everything there, my stew, my boiled pepper and other fresh pepper that I kept there. There was no light since the day before yesterday at all. Even before that, we don't normally have light. It's always on and off. For us to charge our phone is not easy.
Reacting to the strike by electricity workers, which caused a total nationwide blackout, many are of the view that it is not an unusual occurrence.
The total blackout in Nigeria does not only start from yesterday. It has been a mirage. It had started long time ago. So Nigeria is facing a terrible war in terms of power supply. We don't have light, so paying an exorbitant bill is more or less like extortion. It's more or less like extorting the individual that uses the light.
We don't regularly have power supply, not like other countries whereby you can have regular power supply 24 hours. Right now, in Nigeria from now, they don't have regular power supply. Sometimes they take light, sometimes they take off lights.
Aliyu Tiamiu Eredionik wants government and relevant stakeholders to intervene. He says he and his colleagues depend on 3 generator sets for power.
The money when they pay here, I know they even say I'm for my job. That's why I'm not using the light again.
I don't enjoy enough power supply. Out of 30 days, maybe I enjoyed light for 13 days, and they charged me 30,000 naira. Thus, I decided not to use public power supply, but provide my own electricity.
Some of the grievances of the National Union of Electricity Employees bordered on non-payment of gratuity to over 2,000 disengaged workers. They are also angered by the underpayment of severance package to 50,000 former staff of Power Holding Company of Nigeria (PHCN) and illegal transfer of schools built by the union to investors. Though the National Union of Electricity Employees has suspended its strike, the total blackout Nigerians experienced on the 11th December 2019 is a reminder of the erratic power supply Nigeria is faced with, despite the privatization of the power sector in 2013. Sharon Ijason, TBC News, Lagos.